It's Miss Ross again. Today we're going to be working on page 5 of your volume packet. I am going to have you take a picture of this for a grade today, so make sure that you do a very good job and write down everything I wrote down. Okay, so first off, I want you to take the page and I want you to fold it in half because there's way too much information on the whole page as a whole. And let's just focus on one side at a time. All right, so we're going to focus on the side that does not say the 5 on it. We're going to go to the other side. All right, so at the bottom here, and I apologize it got cut off, but you guys can, you're pretty smart. You can figure out that that said volume, okay? So there's 2 ways to find volume. I want you to write that down. You can either do, length times width times height, or you can do the base times the height. Okay, the base is just one layer. You can find the top layer, a middle layer, the bottom layer, but on here, these blocks that are filled down here, that's the base, that's the bottom. So I'm going to write under here, bottom. All right. Okay, so those are the 2 ways that you can find it. If you're given the length and the width and the height, just multiply them together. But sometimes they don't give you the length, the width, and the height. They'll just give you the base, what the bottom is, and then you multiply it by the height. Okay, so we're going to come up here, and as always, I'm going to tell you what this says. It got cut off, but you're going to write the expression, okay? You're going to write the expression for how to solve this. And I'm going to color the different sides. I'm going to highlight the different sides in different colors so that you can see them clearly, okay? So first I'm going to come through here and I'm going to highlight the length. This is the length, okay? The length for this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The length is 6. Then I'm going to do the width. The width is here. The width is 3. The width goes up the side. And then I'm going to highlight the height, right? Oh, I meant to do that in blue. I apologize. I'm going to do it in blue. So then how tall it is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units high. So you would multiply your expression. What you would type in your calculator is 6 times 3 times 5. So 6 long, 3 wide, 5 high. And that would make your volume 90 units cubed because that's how many teeny tiny cubes are in there. All right, let's do another one. Here, I'm going to do the length in pink. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This side is 7. Then I'm going to do the width in green. Right here is the width, and that is 4. Then I'm going to do the height in blue from here to here. So that is how many boxes tall, how many cubes tall is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be 5 layers in that box. So how do I solve it? Is 7 times 4 times 5 tall. And you can use a calculator on this. So I'm typing in my calculator. 7 times 5 times, 7 times 4 times 5 is 140 units cubed. All right. Now here, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do the length in pink, going right here. That's the length. The length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8. Then I'm going to do the width in green. Right there. The width is 4. Now, how tall is it? That's my blues. How tall is it? It is too tall. So this would be 8 times 4 times 2, which would give me 8 times 4 is 32 times 2 is 64 units cubed. Okay? It does not matter the order that you multiply them in. If you did 2 times 4 times 8, you're going to get 64. If you do 4 times 2 times 8, you're going to get 64. No matter which way you multiply them, you are going to get 64. So don't worry too much about that. Just identify the 3 sides and you're ready to multiply. All right, here we go. I am going to do the length is 3. The width is 2. The height is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think that's 5. 5. Okay, so the expression to solve this is 3 times 2 times 5, which will give you 3 times 2 is 6 times 5. It'll give you 30 units cubed. Okay, all right. Now, these questions down here are a little bit different for 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 5. Sorry about it getting cut off, but we're where we are now, right? I can't go back and fix it now because you guys, a bunch of you are at home, so I can't fix it now. But I think we're going to do okay regardless. Okay, so for questions 5 through 8, it says write an expression for how to figure out the volume. Okay, find the volume. Okay. But then it says, determine how many more blocks would be needed to fill the blocks completely. Okay, so this has all of these boxes in the bottom layer, and then it's got one more box right here, okay? And you have to figure out how many would you need to fill up the rest of the box. So let's do one together. All right. So, sorry, I had to have a cup of coffee. This is a very serious situation. All right, so let's do the length, the width, and the height. Let's highlight them. Okay, so the length for this one, and as I said, I'm sorry it got cut off, but the length for this one is 4. The width for this one, go here, the width for it is 5. And the height is that it is 1, 2 layers tall, okay? From here to here, let me show you this. From here to here, that's 2 layers because there's this bottom layer and then there's another layer on top of it. So it is 2 layers tall. Okay, now here, let's write down the expression for how we would find the volume. The volume would be 4 times 5 times 2. The volume would be 4 times 5 times 2 is 4 times 5 is 20 times 2 would be 40 units cubed. And then we've got the blocks needed. Okay, now here's the tricky thing. How many blocks do we already have right now? Well, we know that if we were going to fill up this whole box, this whole thing, if we were going to stack it full of cubes, we would need 40, right? Well, how many do we have in there right now? Well, the bottom layer is 4 times 5. So the bottom layer has 20, but then there's this cube right here. Does everybody see it? It's stacked right there. So we actually have the bottom layer plus this guy, which makes 21. So we would have to subtract out 40 minus 21 to figure out how many blocks we still need to fill up the entire prism, and we would need 19 more. So you would write 19 right there. I told you these are tricky. All right, so let's look at this one. Let's label the length, the width, the height. All right, so we got the length, we got the width, and here it is again. This is the tricky one. How many layers thick is it? How high is it? Well, a lot of kids will say, oh, it's just 1, Miss Rouse. No, it is 2 high. The height is 2. There are 2 layers because there's another box underneath that box, right? It's not floating, all right? So how I would solve the volume of this is I would do 3 times 3 times 2. So write that down. 3 times 3 times 2. Now, so that makes the volume, 3 times 3 is 9 times 2 is 18. The volume is 18 units cubed. But now we've got to answer this question. How many more blocks are needed to fill it up? Well, we've got this weird block right here. This one right here is just sitting here on top of the bottom layer. Okay, so the bottom layer is 3 times 3. The bottom layer has 9 on it. Plus you've got this one more, which makes 10. So if it's 18 in all to fill it up, you've already got 10. That means you've got 8 left to fill it up. It would require 8 more blocks to fill up that prism. All right, let's try another one. Here, we've got the length is 2 right here. We've got the width is 5, and we've got the height is, I'm going to color it in blue, the height is 1, 2, 3. It's 3 tall, okay? So length is 2, width is 5, and the height is actually right from here to here, the height is 3. So how to solve it, how to find the volume would be 2 times 5 times 3. So the volume, if you were to put unit cubes in here, you would need 30 unit cubes to fill this box up. Well, this wants to know how many more are needed. Well, I've already got my bottom row is filled in. So my bottom row is 2 times 5. So I've got 10 down there. But then I've got 11 and 12. Do you see them? 11 and 12. So I've got 10 on the bottom layer and then 11 and 12. So I actually have 12 boxes already in there. So if it takes 30 in all to fill it up, I subtract out the 11 I've already got, it's going to, oh, sorry, I've got 12 in there. I'm going to subtract out the 12 I already have. Sorry, I have 10, 11, 12. I have 30 in all to fill it up. Subtract out the 12 that are already in there, and I'm going to need 18 more blocks to fill it up. All right, last one. Okay, this side is the length is 4, the width is 5, and the height is, it is 1, 2, 3 tall, right there. It is 3 tall, okay? So the expression is going to be 4 times 5 times 3. The volume will be 60 because 4 times 5 times 3 is 60. Then I have to figure out how many blocks I'm going to need to fill the rest of this up. Well, I know that the bottom row is 4 times 5. So in that bottom row down there, I've got 20. And then I've got 21, 22. Those 2 blocks is right there are 21 and 22. So if it takes 60 in all to fill it up, and I've got 22, subtract them out to get that I would need 38 more blocks to fill this shape up, okay? All right, now what you're going to do is on the back, you don't have, on the top row right here, you just figure out the regular volume. But down here, you have to do some subtraction on these ones down here to find out how many more blocks are needed to fill these up, okay? Do your best. You are going to submit a picture of this. Make sure you check your answers. I'll give you the answers as well, but you are going to have to show me a picture of the back to show me that you did it. So you'll do expression and volume for 1 through 4, and then on the bottom, you'll do the expression, the volume, and how many more blocks you need to fill it up, okay? All right, love you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Bye.